Stephen Johnstone, you know, he's an ADC qualifier, limited experience, limited play at any kind of level anywhere near this. And on day one, to be right in the mix, 2 points off the lead, he's going to be the happiest of anybody out there. Whether it be Group B or Group C, everything's reset. Everyone starts on zero, and you come with a little bit, maybe more ambition.
Well, let's have a look then at the table following the conclusion of 2 rounds of matches. Just to confirm what we have seen, James Richardson, the only player to have won both of his games. Kenny Nayans, the only player to have lost both of his games. Now, we're going to see him up next against our ADC qualifier this week in Stephen Johnstone. And Stephen, who has come to the Super Series, it's his first real taste of big stage televised darts, but it looks as if after that first day he's got really comfortable in this environment. Yeah,
he looks a lot more relaxed, doesn't he? And he fancies it. I think it was a bit of an eye-opener, especially the standard of playing in Group A. But yeah, looks a different player. Looks like he belongs there, and that's what comes with experience. You think if he was on a normal pathway in a career, to have got 15 matches on a big stage like that, that might take years to do. He's done it in 3 days, and it's paying dividends.
What a performance we've just seen. We've seen 6 scintillating games, Group C today. It kicked off with a victory for the Scot, Stephen Johnstone, against Jason Askew.
He converts his opportunity, and he's a leg away from once again being top of the table. Stephen Johnstone hit that dart at the ball on an 86 finish, and it's completely turned around. He's 3-2 up now, Stephen Johnstone, and even if
on his sleeve, doesn't he, Stephen Johnstone? He's loving the experience. 99. He said he's very little experience.
Some comments about how he's, in some people's minds, overreacting to situations. However, he's playing for a career big prize pot here. He's never played for money like this before. This is serious money. We're talking £5,000 plus fees. He's potentially walking away this week with about 6.5 grand. Think about, in the context of that, that's like 3 months' wages. Stephen Johnstone is not wilting. 140.85 with the darts in a last leg shootout is tidy enough. I'm going to say, could you imagine the reaction if he took out a 136 for the match?
82.
Something that would rival Gerwyn Price. And it's more progress for Stephen Johnstone. He has got better as the week has gone on. You're just joining us for the first time in this match. We let you know earlier on the incredible finishing stats of Stephen Johnstone. Over Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, 51.31%. If he's anywhere around that, that is going to scare Kenny Nayans, who Johnstone
42
averages in his opening game 86.68. He was 82 in his second, so he is starting to find a little bit more scoring power to go on top of those doubles. So lots more going right for Stephen Johnstone, a lot more ticks in the box, and that experience that Mace has just alluded to upstairs that he has gained.
76.
Starting to shine through nice and early.
Well, in terms of stage time, to get that many matches on TV, I think I probably played, I don't know, close to probably 4 years to get 15 93 matches under the lights. And there's been lots of things that he can take
85.
Lots of positives from, and he just seems just all round more relaxed. I spoke to him in the players' room this morning, and
98.
You know, he was like a rabbit in headlights on Monday morning. That looks a lot more comfortable today.
Well, I don't think he's got any realistic
100.
expectation. If you actually
100.
spoke on, he did say in his interview, obviously he'd like to win it. Which, what else are you going to say in an interview? You're not going to say, "Well, I'm going to. If I lose, 60. It's okay." Of course, you're going to say you're here to win it. But I think with that, I think the realistic side of it is he didn't have any expectation. He was here to enjoy 84. The experience, and whatever 40. he won.
Yeah, play with the attitude.
The first leg.
Everything is a bonus.
For some people here this week, James Richardson, Mark Graham, Kenny Nayans, it'd be a step forward for them in terms of what their goals are and in terms of their progression, where Stephen Johnstone didn't even know he was in this until he went to his ADC event and got himself into the event.
140. $85.
We have had ADC qualifiers win weeks before. So Stephen Johnstone wouldn't be the first. Adam Mould, who we're seeing later on this
58.
week, came through the ADC system. And Adam Warner, who now is a PDC tour card holder. Just before Christmas, that gave us that sort of iconic scenes.
125.
That same player had a dart to defeat Michael Smith last weekend in a Euro tour, and Michael Smith went on to win it. But yeah, it's been a real fairy tale, hasn't it, for Adam Warner? Great story.
139.
That's what sport does, though. Changes lives.
See if that strength of his, that finishing, those doubling stats continue.
Game
course
shot
they
on the
do.
second leg. Stephen
But just as
Johnstone.
assured as that we are with him hitting his doubles, we're also assured that he's going to give us the reaction.
And that's not a forced reaction. That
Third
is
leg,
just
Stephen to throw first.
a
Game
mixture
on.
of, I'd say, relief and celebration. Incredible.
So, yep, it's a natural reaction. So, actually, what
85.
it is a lot of time we learn to suppress that reaction rather than to go to it because society or opinions will not allow us to let that
140.
reaction come through. So, we end up suppressing that, and it might be one of the reasons why we're seeing a lot of issues and people struggling with certain
99.
things
Stephen
like
Carr,
performance
141.
anxiety because they're not being themselves.
Ask the question, well, how would you think you would respond?
Game shot on the third leg. Stephen Johnstone.
I love it. It's raw emotion. It's passion. This is sport.
It's not an enjoyable experience.
No, I've had the same.
140. Game on.
Finishing is outstanding from when they're getting opportunities. Predominantly, they're taking them.
84.
Interest, myself, Dubby, and Bob Anderson. Reigning champion, David Cameron.
Game shot on the fifth leg. Stephen Johnstone.
Situation here where his week could be pretty much over if he's to lose this one.
100.
And we're even getting to come on now
Kenny
for the
Carr,
180.
164.
A feature of his game. But that's his third today.
84.
He's only had 3 across 15 matches in Group A, so he's matched that already. Another sign of that progress.
Another sign of being comfortable. Go,
Kenny
that would
Carr,
take a
80.
long time to master.
And Johnstone,
Stephen Carr,
who
94.
is very good on the outer ring.
A chance to win it. 4-2. The 4 again. Big target down there. Tops.
Game
And
shot on the
tops he
match. Stephen
gets.
Johnstone.
There is the celebration as Stephen Johnston is on to 4 points and 2 wins from 3 matches. Averages in the end 85-28 Johnston.
Stephen Johnson, Alexander Merckx, both 2 from 3 on their opening day efforts thus far.
Tuesday, revenge for Stephen. He won
134.
4-1 with an 88-50.
See Stephen Johnson in action.
And despite being 240 points ahead in
26.
this one, he's
James
not
Carr,
happy.
20.
Shots on. Oh, he wants the ball.
Could you imagine the come on if
120.
that would have gone in?
James Carr,
We hear a roar when he hits a 180 or when he wins a leg. Imagine in that situation.
66.
Strength of Johnstone is this. The doubles.
Game shot on the second leg. Stephen
He
Johnstone.
wasn't happy with that one. There was no come on there. It was almost as if... Where's that been?
Right on cue as well. Using treble 18 as cover with success.
167.
Another chance at the ball for a biggie.
Game shot on the third
And
leg.
there's
Stephen
that big
Johnstone.
roar we nearly had in leg 1 when he attempted the 161. James Richardson laid that up, but he's now converted the 167. The biggest checkout of the
Ball by
week
James
so
to
far.
first.
Biggest
Game on.
checkout that we've seen from Stephen Johnstone. The tune we're tangoing to. Because that's a big
41.
moment which is often accompanied by a big adrenaline rush, which
And then a dump of adrenaline.
James Carr, 5.
that's just tension. That's aware of the situation. He could put himself in contention to qualify for this group.
Well
with
aware
a
of
victory.
James Richardson, so this would be a
96. Stephen Carr,
massive sculpt, wouldn't it?
121.
Oh, absolutely. If he was to break the throw in that situation.
Game
But
shown on the
those
fifth leg, Stephen
strong
Johnstone.
doubling of Stephen Johnstone continues.
Yeah, would put himself right in the mix.
Absolutely, a victory here would
91.
move him on to 6, and that would leave us overnight in a situation where 3 players will be on 6 points. Would put himself right in the mix for
95.
qualification. Something even him himself probably thought was a little bit ambitious at the start of the week. He has really grown into
100.
proceedings. Today, by far, his best average. And best
99.
return on 180s. Also the best finish of the week, the 167 with double.
Game
But
shown
that
on
is
match,
not
Stephen
an issue
Johnstone.
for Stephen Johnstone. The doubles are his strength, and they are once again his strength in this one. Stephen Johnstone with a huge 4-2 victory there over James Richardson. That's the ADC qualifier, beating the recent ADC champion. 84.31 the average for Stephen Johnstone. We've got that situation now. We've got 3 chasing players, all on 6 points.
We do. Thank you very much, Matt. Chris, well, dramatic.
Yeah, he was probably revved up for that one. I said to Matt in comms, I wonder if he knows a bit about James, and for him it's a big sculpt. You know, he's not played a lot of darts outside of Scotland, so a real good moment for him.
Matt mentioned on the final line of his commentary, the qualifier beats the champion.
Yeah, and that's the nature of this event, and that's why it's open to everybody and why it's so enjoyable. And it throws up stories like this. I mean, the 167 in there was absolutely fabulous, and it's our best finish of the week so far. The top 3 or 4 in there will feel like they're more than in this to secure one of the top 2 spots and a place in Saturday night's final. For me, Stephen Johnstone, player of the day.